I say, not run. Don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone.
He's amazing. He's like the white Muhammad Ali. He might not talk like Muhammad Ali, but he is the Muhammad Ali of the last generation.
Of an all-time great. Not a generational great, an all-time great. A generational great would almost dictate that Alexander Usyk is just a great in the last 10, 15 years. No. Alexander Usyk is a great.
Oleksandr Usyk responded to Floyd Mayweather Jr., emphasizing that boxing is about respect and discipline, not trash talk or running from challenges. He said true fighters don't need to boast. They enter the ring and let their skills and performance show who they really are.
Hey, listen, boxing, it's sport and the gentleman. It's not a street fight. It's a boxing.
You think
boxing.
It's a
boxing. Say it again.
Do you think he was being dirty during the whole fight?
I don't have idea. I have no idea.
No.
Maybe.
Analysts highlight the stark difference between Oleksandr Usyk and Floyd Mayweather Jr., noting that Usyk shows humility and quiet confidence rather than ego. He stays grounded no matter his success, while Mayweather often acts as if he's above everyone else. Usyk's respect for the sport and genuine passion make him stand out, showing that real greatness doesn't require arrogance or constant self-promotion.
The best of all time. I know a lot of people are kind of probably going to hear me say that and say, you're going too far, you this, that, because I've seen that straight away. As soon as Usyk did that, he's 2-time undisputed heavyweight, 1-time cruiserweight, 3-time undisputed. His resume, yes, look, at heavyweight, it's a lot of rematches. But it's the way he's doing it.
Yeah.
And he's not just, okay, he could have 10 world... Deontay Wilder has 10 world title defenses.
Yeah.
Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury are the only ones you really have any kind of weight to them. Usyk is taking on the perceived either number 1 or number 2 in these defenses.
Yeah.
Fury perceived number 1. AJ at the time 1. Dubois number 2. He's taking like, all right, who's the next in line? All right, I'm fighting him.
Yeah.
That's the way he's doing it.
And he's doing it in a way in which is so beautiful to watch.
Derek Chisora praised Oleksandr Usyk for his mental toughness, discipline, and complete focus in boxing. He said Usyk's concentration never wavers and joked that only someone seriously unwell could beat him, showing just how challenging he is to face. Chisora highlighted Usyk's smart movement, high ring IQ, and calmness under pressure, calling him a true master. He added that while Usyk appears kind and relaxed outside the ring, once the fight begins, he becomes a relentless and dangerous competitor who's extremely hard to overcome.
Listen, what I'm saying is this, yeah. To beat Alexander Usyk, you have to be mentally disturbed in your head. Yeah?
You have to be mentally disturbed.
Yeah, because you have to understand.
Well, to take the fight in the first place.
Yeah, because when I saw him a couple months ago,
Yeah.
I had a coffee with him with this chair. The guy lives in Ukraine.
Yep.
Yeah. He goes, oh, before I came on the plane, I was sleeping in my house, and then those missiles were going over my house, and I didn't want to go in the bunker. I was like, I'll just go to sleep. That's some craziness, isn't it? I mean, like, hey, imagine you now, you're in your house in Barnet, Timbuktu, and then missiles are going. What are you gonna be like?
Yeah, he's cut from very different stuff.
Yes, exactly.
He's
So,
cut
and
from
then
very
remember,
different stuff.
so you have to come in there looking to go to the other side because he's looking to go to the other side. Mate, can you do us a favor? Can you stop beating us up? No.
Derek Chisora compared Oleksandr Usyk to Muhammad Ali, calling him the Ali of today. He praised Usyk's light, confident movement, precise timing, and sharp ring IQ, noting how rare that is for a heavyweight. Chisora said Usyk doesn't rely on pure power but outsmarts opponents with skill and accuracy, and his calm confidence and self-belief remind him of Ali. He added that Usyk has brought a new level of style and elegance to the heavyweight division, just like Ali did in his time.
Everybody gets it wrong. You don't box this guy. It's like, how can I explain it to you in a way you understand? You can't box him.
He's just too good.
He's just unbelievable great. Yeah, forget good, he's amazing. Yeah, he's great, he's amazing. He's like the white Muhammad Ali. He might not talk like Muhammad Ali, but he is the Muhammad Ali of the last generation. You understand? We have to give him the credit where it's due. Yeah? He is that guy.
Eddie Hearn described Oleksandr Usyk as more than a champion, calling him a rare, once-in-a-generation talent. He highlighted how unusual Usyk's skills are, calling him one of the best technical boxers in decades. Hearn noted that Usyk's move from cruiserweight to heavyweight, without losing speed, timing, or control, shocked the boxing world, showing that he has redefined what today's heavyweights can do.
Just, you're talking about one of the great generational. I watched the first 2 rounds, and Dubois looked really dangerous. Came out, backed him up, and then Usyk just decided, I can't allow him to back me up, so I'm going to go on the front foot and box aggressive here. And he knocked him spark out. Unbelievable. Just a true generational great.
With his latest dominant performance, Oleksandr Usyk has reached the top tier of boxing history, with many analysts now ranking him as the 4th greatest fighter ever, a rare honor for someone still active. This recognition isn't just about wins. It reflects the quality of opponents he's beaten, how convincingly he defeated them, and his consistent excellence over time. His success across multiple weight classes and ability to conquer elite fighters anywhere only strengthens the case, making his place among the all-time greats a conclusion backed by results, skill, and lasting impact.
What's yours, Jerry? What's yours?
Oleksandr is the 4th greatest fighter on my personal all-time list.
Wow.
It's number 4. He's only behind Ali.
Oh, on your all-time list?
All time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Only behind Floyd, Ali, and Manny. So, I'm really high on Oleksandr.
Oleksandr Usyk isn't just a champion. He embodies skill, strategy, and true mastery of boxing. Calm and respectful outside the ring, he switches to full focus and sharp instincts once the fight starts. He doesn't chase attention, boast, or seek headlines. He lets his performance in the ring speak for itself.
The WBO, Frank Warner very close, Joseph Parker is obviously a Queensberry fighter. So, you know, there could be potential that they do what they did with this fight, what they did with the Dubois fight. It also means as well that, and maybe this is why, potentially it's because Riyadh season shows from November onwards, and I doubt we'll see Alexander Usyk in the ring this year because it's only July, but he's only fought. And I would imagine Usyk is going to be one of these 6 to 8 month type of guys. You know, that's the way he's been over the last 2 years. So you're looking probably February next year at the earliest when he finally fights again. So for me, it's like, right, that will be after the Riyadh and Ring Magazine's pay-per-views end, as in they're not going to be doing pay-per-view anymore. Maybe they look at that fight and think, Usyk Parker, it's a fight that, with the greatest respect, and Alexander Usyk is a very big name, it maybe does need that pay-per-view wall behind it in order to facilitate the purses that they could potentially forking out for it. So maybe that's why Riyadh season won't do it. Now, the Zone obviously have not ruling out pay-per-view, they're still going to do pay-per-view.
Oleksandr Usyk has created a record that speaks volumes, defeating world champions and top contenders, with his win over Daniel Dubois adding to his legacy. Dubois was a powerful, dangerous heavyweight on paper, but Usyk outsmarted and controlled him with precision. Despite his dominance, Usyk remains humble, never claiming to be the greatest, and in a sport full of ego and hype, his quiet confidence and grounded nature make him stand out.
No, it was sort of broken up in different directions. Even I wasn't sure because although I believe Usyk is the fighter of the generation in this weight class, he's at an age where, you know, overnight you sort of show up and you don't have it anymore. You know, Ali randomly lost to Leon Spinks around this age or whatnot, you know? So you know, you could get where all of a sudden, you know, it's not there on the night. So, and you know, you had
heavyweights takes 1 second.
Yeah,
one split second, you're off.
Yeah, exactly. And you also had a very motivated Dubois to add to that second, you know, who's a very powerful puncher and has sort of this bully mentality when he gets you in an uncomfortable position. But, you know, Usyk, you know, flawless performance technically, you know, stepping out to that weak side consistently, mixing up the jabs, making things uncomfortable for Dubois rhythm-wise.
He seemed more aggressive, right? Normally, I think with some of the bigger guys, he slides to the weak side, slides to the weak side. This was different.
I think with Dubois, the psychology is kind of out of the bag in that you got to kind of bully the bully, you know, and Dubois came out trying to bully him a little bit, so he started touching him and hitting him, and he started taking it to him because you start backing him up, you start putting him in a situation where he starts to doubt himself, and Dubois doesn't really come back from that very often. As a matter of fact,
he doesn't bend, he breaks.
In the fight, I thought he's a little bit awkward, Dubois. I don't know, but
he's one of those awkward strong guys.
Yeah,
he's just like super strong, awkward as hell.
He goes down and he takes the full count, and then he just gets up at 10 and walks across the ring right in front of Usyk, who's celebrating middle of the ring, like with his hands up in the air. Just casually walks right by Usyk's celebration as if he didn't just get counted out to 10.
Foreman Ali. Remember, he walks right to his corner.
Yeah, but I was like, dude, you could have got up.
Yeah.
You waited to 10 and then
he was a beaten man.
You waited to 10 and then not only you get up, you don't even have the presence of mind to realize like I'm walking right into the picture where he's celebrating.
But Paulie, he was a beaten man before the first night.
What makes Oleksandr Usyk truly special is that the respect he commands goes beyond his era. Fans, former champions, and analysts now compare him to boxing's all-time legends. He's not just the best of this decade, he's considered one of the greatest ever. His achievements, including becoming undisputed in multiple weight classes and defeating top champions at their peak, are already part of boxing history, and his fights are studied as examples of skill, strategy, and poise, securing his place among the sport's elite.
He tried to jab, he tried to throw that right hand, and he landed that right hand a couple of times, by the way. He got Alexander Usyk in the corner, and he was trying to work, but ultimately, he's in there with an all-time great. Not a generational great, an all-time great. A generational great would almost dictate that Alexander Usyk is just a great in the last 10, 15 years. No. Alexander Usyk is a great since boxing began. Since boxing began, people. Understand what we're watching here. We're not watching a generational great. We're watching an all-time great. That's what Daniel Dubois was in there with. There is a discussion in my brain right now as I'm talking to you about where Alexander Usyk is when it comes to the best heavyweights of all time. Like in my head right now, I'm thinking, who beat?
A major debate in boxing now is whether Oleksandr Usyk has surpassed legends like Muhammad Ali and Floyd Mayweather Jr. in pure skill. While Ali is iconic and Mayweather retired undefeated, some critics argue Mayweather's peak record doesn't match the quality of opponents Usyk has faced. Unlike Mayweather, who often relied on defense and hype, Usyk has built his reputation purely through technical mastery, courage, and performance inside the ring.
Interesting heavyweight division, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys thought of Usyk's performance, where he ranks in the all-time list. I know, everybody was big into their nostalgia, but remember, Soviets were not turning pro until the 90s, and I think that makes a big difference. That's another thing. Heavyweights are bigger. Lefties are more common now, and also the Soviet era of fighters did not start turning pro until the 90s. So the old days, they didn't have to deal with those guys. So a lot of things that also favor Usyk being a GOAT. But of course, man, it's hard to pick against Ali being the GOAT.
Ben Davidson added to the praise for Oleksandr Usyk, noting his rare achievement of dominating both the cruiserweight and heavyweight divisions. Becoming undisputed in both shows his adaptability, resilience, and consistent excellence. Davidson's recognition is especially meaningful because, as a trainer and analyst, he assesses boxing with deep technical insight rather than just as a fan.
But makes it obviously another thing for you, but
really a good time for me to talk about that sort of thing. So,
besides just how good is Alexander Usyk? We've seen him now come into the heavyweight division, fight a Derek Chisora, fight Anthony Joshua twice, fight Tyson Fury twice, and he's the undisputed heavyweight. No, he was until obviously the belt let go. But what do you make of him as a fighter? Just sum him up, special fighter.
Yeah, he's put himself in the mix to be. He's put himself in the mix as one of the greatest heavyweights that's ever been. So, undisputed cruiserweight, undisputed heavyweight, amazing.
Oleksandr Usyk's journey hasn't been easy. He never took easy fights or waited for perfect circumstances, always seeking tough opponents, even in hostile arenas. Whether facing undefeated champions or crowd favorites, he embraced challenges most would avoid. This fearless approach has earned him huge respect, showing his belief that true greatness comes through struggle. In an era where many protect their records, Usyk chose risk, and it has clearly paid off.
I'm sorry. I can't help it, man. I fucking love this. Honestly, I fucking love this game.
He's missed it! It's all there!
Fuck me. I'm sorry for going on like a lunatic, right? But it was unbelievable. And it's funny how this fight all came about, right? The controversy in the last fight, which for me was never controversial. It was a low blow, simple as that. And I don't think we've ever seen Alexander Usyk ever look for an easy way to win. In fact, I think of all the fighters on planet Earth, he is the one who takes the hardest road to win. There's no tune-up fights for Alexander Usyk. It's the biggest fight in a heavier weight than he should even be fighting at, and and he makes life harder for himself, not easier. And I think he has proven his character time and time again. But yet he was accused of not being, you know, a real Christian because he was a cheat. He was accused of deserving an Oscar because he was a play actor and robbing Daniel Dubois of what should have rightfully been his, which was a world title. And after the Tyson Fury fight, Daniel Dubois stepped in the ring and called him out. And Oleksandr Usyk immediately turns to Turki Al-Sheikh and says, Mr. Excellency, make the fight. He had no problem in setting this up. And immediately you kind of think he was in the middle of talking about his, you know, his father, I think at the time. It was an emotional moment. That's a time where when you've accomplished what he's done, you deserve respect. And I think he was disrespected there. And I think he took that personally, in the words of Michael Jordan. Now, in the first round, Oleksandr Usyk did exactly what he needed to do to Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois coming in with a load of confidence, wanting to be the aggressor, wanting to be the dominant bull that he was against Anthony Joshua.
Dave Caldwell pointed out that Oleksandr Usyk's speed and accuracy are nearly unmatched in the heavyweight division. Unlike many heavyweights who rely on sporadic power, Usyk keeps a steady, relentless pace, striking precisely and wearing down his opponents. Caldwell highlighted that his body work and control of the fight's rhythm make him extremely difficult to face, giving opponents little time to rest or recover.
And you just still can't go with it. It takes, you know, it does have an effect. But what I'm trying to say is Usyk's work to the body, the volume of body punches, I'd like to see the stats on body punching. Be it straights, be it a jab, be it backhands, whatever. Because Usyk's volume of body work is what I thought was the difference in the fight. His lead hand activity was probably the best it's been since he's been at heavyweight, maybe. I thought he took away, you know, we were all talking about the Fury right uppercut going into the fight because he had a lot of success. We were all talking about what Tyson's going to do, but, you know, I said Usyk's clever. His people, they're going to look at that and see what they can do.
Paulie Malignaggi described Oleksandr Usyk's recent performance as a technical masterpiece, noting how fluid and balanced he remained throughout the fight. He praised Usyk's use of angles and constant movement to stay safe while landing effective shots, highlighting his near-perfect ring IQ, footwork, and timing as the keys to his dominance.
Wow, and the rematch stops him early. Was it 4 or 5? I don't even, I'm so caught up in the moment, I don't even know which round it was. It was 4 or 5, but man, it was in the first half of the fight. What a performance by Oleksandr Usyk. And a lot to discuss here, guys, a lot to break down here. First off, you know, Dubois much more successful in the first fight than the second fight. Was the wet ring, did the wet ring have anything to do with it? I saw in the post-fight interview, Dubois was asked about why he couldn't land his jab. What do you guys think? Was obviously Usyk's gonna make some adjustments. I think the adjustments are gonna be made in rematches, but did the wet ring, because I thought the wet ring had a big part to do with why Usyk had some trouble in that first fight. And you know, a wet ring hurts footwork guys more. I was a footwork guy. I've worked out sometimes in wet rings. It's frustrating. I've actually thrown temper tantrums in gyms over rings being too wet. So you know, I mean, back in the day, not now. But what I'm saying is, you know, to fight in a wet ring, that had to have some effect on Usyk and his footwork, because he's a footwork guy. And tonight, you just saw his footwork was stupendous, magnificent.
According to Roos, Oleksandr Usyk approached his recent fight with quiet but intense focus. Despite his accomplishments, some in the boxing world, especially British media and certain fans, still underestimated him, which motivated Usyk even more. He didn't just fight to win, he fought to make a statement, showing determination, precision, and intensity, proving to critics and fans alike that he's not just a champion but a legacy-defining athlete deserving of the spotlight.
I think he went out there with bad intentions, didn't he? I think he was on a mission to prove that, you know, 38 isn't old yet. And I was talking to some other guys, including Richie Woodall, and saying that, you know, like, he's gotten better. If you look at his last 3 fights, the first Fury fight, second Fury fight, and this one, each one has gotten better, you know, more dominating each time. So, you know, age is a number, I guess. When you're in the gym all the time, it takes a long time to age.
When we spoke on Thursday, I could tell you were genuinely confident, but did you believe it could be so early and so conclusive?
No, I'd be lying to you if I said that, you know. I mean, no, I thought it could be dominating. I thought he was doing the things that I think Dubois did, what I expected him to do, and Usyk did what I expected him to do. You know, he controlled, moved, waited, but then he started landing hard.
That's it for today. Stay tuned for more updates next time.